So here's an entertaining update to the story I covered yesterday, which is titled, "A woman from high school and college expressed interest in me romantically today, and I felt a strange new type of anger." And if you guys recall, that's about the guy who he's in his early 30s now, and out of nowhere he ran into a gal he used to be friends with in high school and college, who he really had the hots for, asked her out. She wasn't interested in him. She was interested in all the bad boys, and over the years, it screwed up her college career. And now she has a dead-end job, or just a crappy job, 3 kids from 2 different baby daddies, and now she's interested in this guy. Now that he's doing very well, software engineer, house, boat, house by the water, doing well, and he's smart enough to realize the only reason she's interested in me is because obviously now she has kids and I do well, etc., etc. And he's uninterested. And that was a great story I covered because a lot of guys were in that situation. Well, here we are with an update here. I had no idea at the time there was an update to see what goes on with her, because she isn't backing down and wants this guy in her life for obvious reasons to provide. And you're going to see how this guy handles things not the smartest way. It says here, it's been a strange 24 hours. I'm not quite sure what to do. About half an hour after posting here a couple days ago, I let her know that I'm presently not in the market for a relationship and that we are better suited as friends. So he makes it abundantly clear, not interested in a relationship at all, blah, 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 but let's be friends. Well, that's stupid. He shouldn't be friends with her anyway because she's only interested in him for resources. To get a guy to pay for the kids, we all know it. And why waste your time with this gal? She seemed to receive the news well, and I felt dynamic between us wouldn't change. Yeah, sure, dude. We already had a standing Friday night plans to try a new Korean barbecue spot about 10 minutes driving distance from my home, and I confirmed she was still interested. She may claim that she understands you're not ready for a relationship or with her, but that doesn't mean she's going to stop. Her plan is just to wear you down, seduce you. She explained she doesn't get too many opportunities to just go out and have fun these days, and she was looking forward to it. Plus, her mom has already shifted her schedule so she could babysit the kids. The dinner went well, and we got to catch up on interests, hobbies, and even talk politics to an extent. We both even liked Black Mirror, and neither of us caught up with the new season. After a few bottles of alcohol, it was getting late, but neither of us had responsibly drank. To avoid an expensive 50-minute Uber ride back to her place, she asked if she could come sober up at my place since it's much closer. Gee, must have been a coincidence that she drank too much and said, "The Uber's 50 minutes, can I just go back to your place and sober up?" Coincidence. No, she certainly has no ulterior motive at all, huh? This is called women chasing you. This is them trying to set the stage to seduce you, that you make a move on them or them get close to you. It's not rocket science here. We split the bill, then Ubered back to my place, and we started watching the new Black Mirror season. So you're on the couch getting all close to one another. Neither of us was really in a state to pay attention to the show, and we ended up cuddling and later on sleeping together. She did it. She knew darn well that she could get over to your place, and that's all she wrote. And he hooked up with her. Now, if he hooked up with her and his intention was to nail her and walk away and be like, ha ha ha, we can laugh about that. It's not the smartest idea. Could cause him a lot of drama, but regardless. But not a good idea. This was just dumb to begin with. She got what she wanted. When I woke up this morning and got dressed, I called us both an Uber back to the restaurant so we could pick up both of our cars. When she messaged me after getting home, she mentioned how next time we need to plan our dates better. So already, she's reaching out and working on the ideas for future dates. She is trying to lock this guy down. At first, I thought she was joking, so I replied with a laugh emoji, but then she started trying to schedule a future date. I then clarified that I was not in the market to date, and what happened last night was just SCX. She didn't take the news very well, at all. She hasn't stopped blowing up my phone accusing me of using her or misleading her. She knew exactly what she was doing. He made it clear, not interested in relationship, friendship, everything. But I think in her mind, I will say this, that she thought that he would be the nice guy type like he always was, hook up with her one time, and he'd be chasing after her to make dates and get into a relationship. Meanwhile, he's like, it was just sex. Which, guess what? Happens a lot. And by the way, I guarantee you, happened to her more times than she can count. She knows what kind of guy this is, but just she thought he was different. She's now escalated insults and veiled threats. I'm not even responding at this point. I feel like I was really clear that I wasn't interested in dating and told her that up front. It's been 2 hours of almost constant text. Well, there you go, dude. Now, they're both consenting adults above the age of 30. They both been around the block. She certainly knows what she's doing. But she underestimated him. She thought that she could one day hook up and he'll be dying for a relationship because he was so in love with me back in high school and in college and all that. Nope. So good he isn't falling for that trap, but he shouldn't have done this to begin with. He knows darn well what she's after, and it could just lead to trouble. What if all of a sudden she says, oops, I'm pregnant? You know, they were drinking. What if there was no protection on? It's not worth it, all right? Just for some piece of ass. But anyhow, guys, that'll be a funny one here. That, yeah, he nailed her, and that's the end of that. And I'm going to keep an eye out to see if there's any updates to this. But remember, guys, the lesson here is when gals really like you, they're going to make it obvious. And they're going to chase after you to get what they want. And in this case here, we know darn well it's not because of him, who he was, or she missed him, or whatever. Kids, resources. If she didn't have any kids and she had a good job, she wouldn't be reaching out to him and chasing after him. If she won the lottery the day before, there would have been no date, no hooking up here. So it's just an important lesson to keep an eye to remember, and for you single guys out there that are dating.